Hello. Come on in the room, guys. I wasn't going to let a day go by without, number one, just giving a shout out to Kobi Bryant and who he was. Obviously, it's a tragedy for, all the families, the lives that were lost. It was a sad day yesterday for me, so that's why I didn't get on to say anything about it. I had to kind of let that sink in for a minute and get my thoughts together, because he was a phenomenal person. My heart definitely goes out to all the families, for sure. But I spent the evening watching a lot of videos from the team members and people that knew him, and they were saying some really phenomenal things about him as a person, because they knew him. They had a chance to know him on a personal level, and they said he was a phenomenal person. Like, he really cared for people, for the community. He held himself to a high standard, and he did that also for the people around him. He held everybody accountable. He was a person that knew who he was, and you knew that when you came into his presence. He would not allow, from the videos that I saw last night, he wouldn't allow you to be average around him, because he knew that everybody has the power and the ability to be whoever they want to be. And so that's the character that he took on. He knew he was powerful. He knew who he was. And, this man was out in the community. He built schools. He owned real estate. And he did all these phenomenal things. And I hate that it takes death for us to sit down and evaluate ourselves. But, it is what it is. That's what happens. So I said all that to say, who are you? Everybody knew who Kobi Bryant was. He was a phenomenal athlete and a person. He was a community leader. He went into schools, built schools. So he laid the foundation, and he was a leader, and he left his mark. He left a legacy. He left something for his wife and his children and his grandchildren. But do we know who we are today? What legacy are we leaving for our kids and our grandkids? Do we even know what our purpose is? I know what my purpose is. But do you know what yours is? Do you know how to find it? Are you actively working towards your purpose? These are the things that we need to sit down and figure out. Because as you can see, nobody was expecting this. Nobody. It just kind of came out of the blue, and we don't know how much time we have. I don't know what it is about us that makes us feel like we have all the time in the world to do whatever it is that's in our hearts to do. We don't really know if we're going to have tomorrow, because it's not promised. And we say that scripture all the time, tomorrow's not promised. But it's really not. I seriously doubt anybody that was in that helicopter crash knew that yesterday was going to be their day. So we don't know when our day is. So let's evaluate, what we're doing. Every minute of every hour counts. It counts. It doesn't just count for you. It counts for the people that are dependent on you. And let's not even go into us being an impact to the community. What about your immediate family? What about your household? If you're a single mom with kids, what are you doing every day besides going to a job that's really not benefiting you for the long run? You're working somebody else's dream. If you died today, do you think that your job is going to give 2 pennies about your children that you're going to leave behind? We need to figure out what legacy we want to leave. Do we have assets? Do we have some concrete way of knowing that our family is going to be taken care of when we are gone. I'm not talking about a 401k. I'm not talking about Bitcoin. I'm not talking about stocks and bonds. I'm talking about real live assets. Do we have gold? Do we have silver? Do we have real estate? These are the things that, if you have these set in place, these things will take care of your family. And I'm so glad that we were blessed to have a person like Kobi Bryant. You know, it's really sad. I can't even imagine what his wife and immediate family's going through, because I know what I felt when I heard it last night. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, this should make you sit down and evaluate yourself, so you can figure out, okay, let's get a game plan set for our family, for our children, our grandchildren. We need to really sit down and start making out some goals and achieving them. And figure out what kind of name you want to leave for yourself. What kind of impact you want to make. So shouts out to Kobi Bryant, to all of the members that were on the helicopter with him. Prayers definitely go out. And I hope that this situation makes you get yourself in line and start making some decisions for your family. That's all I have for right now. Hold on. I know some people are on. Hi, guys. We're just talking some real life situations right now in regards to Kobi Bryant and the other people that lost their lives yesterday. And, you know, just talking about how, you know, they didn't know that that was going to be their last day. And Kobi in particular, you know, he worked so hard to be the best person he could be, not just for himself, but for his family, for his community. And, you know, now he's able to leave his family and his fans with something to aspire to become. I definitely look up to him and what he left behind, which was a mind to have a very strong work ethic. I was listening to a lot of the players, and they said, you know, he was relentless in everything he did. He always put his best foot forward, and that's something that I will definitely be carrying with me every day. So that's all I have for right now. I just didn't want another day to go by without me saying something about his phenomenal life and all the great things that he did. I'll forever be a student. All right, guys. That's going to be it for now. Just stay tuned. I got more videos coming.